Howie Roseman, the master of negotiations, is more active than ever, and his latest move could completely change the face of the roster before the season even starts. Right to the channel, because what I'm about to tell you is going to be hot. The tension and excitement surrounding the Philadelphia Eagles are exploding, and at the center of it all is Howie Roseman, the brilliant brain behind the decisions. When it comes to bold moves and smart acquisitions, Roseman is a master of surprises. If you thought things were quiet, guess what? He's not even close to finishing. In recent days, the Eagles' general manager has made moves that have electrified fans. Key acquisitions like John Mechie III, Sam Howell, and Fred Johnson have brought a perfect mix of new options and strategic reinforcements for the season. Mechie, with his ability to make explosive plays, arrives to boost the receiving core. Howell brings much-needed support at QB, while Johnson provides more protection for Jalen Hurts with the offensive line. One move after another. But what if I told you that's not all? Absolutely not. Roseman has something. There's more to the story, and Eagles fans are eager to know what's coming. With the team still facing some weaknesses at key positions, the big question on fans' minds is, what will Howie Roseman's next move be? The main point that stands out is a defensive line, which, while solid, still has gaps at a crucial area: edge rusher. Defensive coordinator Vic Fangio has already made it clear that there's an urgent need to strengthen this area, as the team has struggled to find a strong replacement for players like Nolan Smith Jr. The hole is real, and the pressure is on. The question lingers: will Roseman bring in a veteran to fill this vacancy before the final roster cut? And if you're wondering who that addition could be, speculation is rife. Names like Trey Hendrickson, Bengals, have begun to be floated. Hendrickson, with his pressure or quarterback skills, would be a solid acquisition to provide more strength to the defensive line. And who knows? In a competitive environment, the name of Cowboys' Micah Parsons has also surfaced in the conversations. However, this seems almost a fantasy, unless the player becomes a free agent, which is something that, frankly, no one expects. Still, Hendrickson emerges as a viable option, albeit with a high price tag, both financially and in terms of draft capital. But who doubts that Howie Roseman is willing to pay the price to further strengthen this time? The big question remains, what's next? Eagles fans are on the lookout and ready to celebrate another big move by Roseman. Will the defensive line finally be bolstered with a big name? Or will Howie have more surprises in store? Get ready, because in the coming days, tension will rise, and with it, the possibility of new moves. These trades already show how willing Roseman is to move the right pieces. But the most impressive thing is that he didn't stop there. And that's precisely what explains the wave of 5 trades that have been made, shook up the cast this month. If you've been following the Philadelphia Eagles' frenetic trade movement, you've probably noticed that Howie Roseman is operating at full speed. In a month that has barely begun, Trader Howie has been stirring up the NFL market, making 5 trades that not only shook up the Eagles roster, but also kept the entire league on edge about what he might do next. Since August 5th, Roseman's strategy has been paying off and impressing fans. His latest move was a masterstroke. Let's go over these acquisitions that are shaking up the NFL. First, Jacorian Bennett, the Las Vegas Raiders cornerback, arrived to strengthen the Eagles' defense. This deal, while not causing much alarm, fills a crucial need in the secondary. Bennett brings speed and coverage skills that will make a difference for a team that already has a solid defense but needs more depth. But Roseman didn't stop there. On the busiest Sunday of all, he simply made 3 trades in one day. And just as the NFL was trying to process the first, the second, and third trade blitzes were announced. The first move was the arrival of Fred Johnson, an offensive tackle returning to the Eagles after stints in 2022 and 2024. Johnson, with his experience and detail, is exactly what the Eagles' offensive line needed to provide greater protection for Jalen Hurts. And he arrives with a mission to complement the operations with rookies Miles Hint and Cam Williams. And on the same day, Hurricane Roseman made another move. Darian Kinnard, a former Green Bay Packers player, was acquired in exchange for a 7th-round pick in the 2026 draft. The fact that Kinnard had 3 Super Bowl titles under his belt already earned him a place in the Hall of Fame for strategic trades. But with the rise of new talent, he was no longer part of the Packers' plans. Now, he will add even more experience and depth to the Eagles, completing the puzzle. And since that wasn't enough to leave any football fans speechless, Roseman went ahead and made another trade. Sam Howell is the Eagles' new backup quarterback. With Tanner McKee's broken finger, the Eagles were searching for a reliable backup, and Howell arrives to do just that. Bringing his experience, Howell offers the Eagles the security of having an experienced quarterback ready to step in at a moment's notice if needed. This move is crucial to ensuring the Eagles remain competitive throughout an unpredictable season full of surprises. If you figured Roseman had done enough, it's time to make up for it. As always, he's ahead of everyone else, thinking ahead to the next move, and it seems like nothing can stop him. With each new trade, Eagles fans get more excited about what's to come. And let's be honest, if you were a fan of another NFL franchise, you'd be wondering by now, how does he manage to be so good at this? But the big question now is, what will be Howie Roseman's next move? We know he won't stop there, and at any moment we could see another surprise come out of the hat. In less than 3 weeks, Howie Roseman has already made history, and the Eagles are ready for another furious attack this season. The Eagles' future has never looked so promising, and within this marathon of moves, not everything was about strengthening the roster. There was also a memorable farewell, a Super Bowl champion who will now defend the Green Bay Packers core. In yet another change this season, the Philadelphia Eagles made a trade that surprised even the most attentive fans. 3-time Super Bowl champion Darian Kinnard was traded to the Green Bay Packers. The player's name, a key pillar in victories in Super Bowls Levine and Levier with the Kansas City Chiefs and LIX with the Eagles, has become synonymous with success and consistency. Now, at 25, he heads to Green Bay with a new goal: to help protect quarterback Jordan Love and usher in a new era in the NFC North. Roseman's decision to release Kinnard surprised many, especially fans who saw him as a key piece of the Eagles' offensive line, one of the most solid units in the league in recent years. However, the trade is part of a larger strategy. Howie Roseman, as always, is in complete control of the situation, and this trade reveals his confidence in his depth and the new acquisitions made in recent weeks. The Eagles' offensive line boasts strong replacements and is now ready to explore other possibilities. The Packers' trade can be seen as a long-term strategic move. Kinnard will be a significant addition to Green Bay's offensive line, providing Jordan Love with the protection he needs for his development and the team's growth. This could be the beginning of a new dynasty for the Packers, who now rely on Kinnard's talent and experience to safeguard the franchise's future. While Kinnard's departure leaves a void, the Eagles have the support of a strong roster and options to remain a dominant force in the NFC. Howie Roseman has already demonstrated that he doesn't hesitate to make strategic moves to balance time and pave the way for the future. By trading Kinnard, he is allowing other younger players the chance to excel and fill important roles at this time. This trade may be surprising, but it is a testament to the Eagles' commitment to building a solid and competitive foundation. Roseman knows what he's doing, and while many may question it, it's important to remember that the Philadelphia franchise remains focused on the long term. Darian Kinnard is heading to the Packers, but his Super Bowl winning streak will be remembered by many. The player's future is bright, and now in Green Bay, he'll have the chance to continue his rise as the Eagles continue their quest to maintain their elite position in the NFL. The move was bold but strategic, another masterstroke from Howie Roseman. With so many impactful moves, such as the acquisitions of players like John Mechie III, Sam Howell, and Fred Johnson, as well as the trade of Darian Kinnard to the Packers, do you believe Howie Roseman has already completed the ideal roster for the Eagles, or are you still expecting more surprises in the trade market before the season starts? Leave your opinion here, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back later to update you with the latest Eagles news.